This is the third video in our coach awareness series. And if you're watching, if you're here for the very first time, then please check out the links here on the very top of the first two videos that I released in the last 2 days. And you'll also find the links for the two videos, the first video and the second video, or part one or part two, in the description section also. And I'm going to link the first and the second video towards the end of this video. So if you're a coach, you are an experienced coach, you are a recovering coach, or you are interested in the profession of coaching, then this series of 3 videos are for you. And today on this video, we are talking about when are you ready to help someone. And there are a few things that I'm covering on today's video, but then when do you know that you found your calling? When do you know or that you have become a coach? These are the 2 other videos that I'm going to be dropping towards the end of this video. I'll link them to them, and also I'm going to drop also on the very top here, and also in the description section of this video. Okay, let's get into this. When are you ready to help someone? Not when you have a website ready, not when you have phone number, not when you drive some traffic to the landing page or your website or to your funnel. No, you are ready when you listen to someone with deep intent, and you do that without imposing solutions. That's the first and the foremost requirement. That's when you are ready to help someone. You can have all the tools, all the techniques, all the know-hows. You have gone through a bunch of mock coaching sessions. You are certified. Still, if you are not listening deeply, then that becomes the biggest bottleneck. That becomes the biggest hindrance for you becoming an amazing coach. Listen, you are in this because you want to become the best. You are not here to get a bunch of testimonials and feel good about yourself. Of course, they happen. They are a byproduct of an incredible work that you have done. They are not the primary payoffs. Secondary, tertiary payoffs, maybe. The first and the foremost payoff is that you have created results in people and you are working towards outcomes. And you have a system, you have an approach, you have the know-how, you have the experience, and you have the intent, you have the heart, and you are grounded, rooted in this profession. Okay, that's where it starts. So you got to listen deeply without imposing solutions. A long time ago, I heard these people who are very good with the hammer, looks at every problem as a nail, something like that. It's so amazing. Like, I've gone through that too. I met a lot of people, seen them, where they're like, when the client is explaining the problem and they're thinking, okay, what technique should I apply here? They're like indexing in their mind. So, and when that happens, then you're not listening deeply. As simple as that. Okay. You have walked the path enough, and enough so that you can help a person who is just a few steps behind you. That's when you are ready to help someone. You have walked the path enough. That means your own pain, your own mess, your own journey. You have taken the path, you know what it is. And I'll tell you one example. I had worked with many people who had cancer and who were going through chemotherapy. I've dealt with family members who had a loved one go through cancer and they were falling apart. And I thought I knew it all because I've worked with people, till my mother came down with cancer. And it was a whole different world for me personally. I had no idea what this was. And I was so far and out from like I was telling people, I understand you, I get you, I'm here to help you, which is okay. But when I went through it myself as a caregiver, as somebody who's, this whole process, so I don't want to talk about it, because if I do, then I'll deviate from what I'm doing here on this video. But you get the idea. When you experience something, then you are a whole different individual as compared to you read something somewhere and you're not yourself. You can, you're just, if you studied something and you are just a few steps ahead, fine. But imagine you have gone through it yourself. And the way you can help somebody is amazing. The depth you can create, the solution you can drive, the outcome's amazing. You can manage your triggers without, you can manage your triggers in a better way, or in a more, how do I say this? So sometimes coaches get triggered by the pain of the client, and you shouldn't be triggered. So you can contain yourself, you can secure yourself and not get triggered by the client's pain. Your client's pain doesn't hijack you. That's the right thing. That's the right way to put it. The client's pain doesn't hijack you. That's when you are ready to help. That means you have to have enough empathy, but you cannot become a social empath. That when the client leaves, you are not living the client's problem when you're alone. You're not getting emotionally dragged and lost and crying and sweating because your client, or you met somebody who is going through a pain or a suffering. Sometimes coaches want to be they have this fear in them that they may lose their client. If they lose their client, they lose their income. And that fear is dangerous. Clients move on. Clients leave. We know that. No matter how good you are, no matter how amazing you are, clients move on. People come because they have a problem. You work with them. You create a solution for them. You create an outcome for them. You help them. They create the outcome. You are helping them. And then you are the catalyst, and they move on. But if you are scared that they will move on, that means you will never do your best to hold them accountable through the process or system through which they need to go through to get the outcome. And then you take the shortcut. You're not yourself. Okay? So when you can hold them accountable, and you never have this fear that you're going to lose them, that's when you know that you are ready to help them. Okay. The next one, you understand boundaries and the ethical responsibility that comes with influence. Because when you are with the client, we're influencing them. Boundaries are important, and you have some strict ethical guidelines through which you operate. And finally, this is the big one. You should be able to say this: if I do not know something, if I do not know, if I cannot, then I will refer you to someone who can do this better than me. I have done this numerous times. Just today, earlier, while I was getting ready to record these videos, I was on a call, and somebody was asking me, you're doing this challenge. How do I know? I'm doing a 3-day challenge. And how do I know this challenge is going to be helpful? I said, don't worry about it. If it's not helpful to you, you let me know. Okay? I'll tell you which other course is going to be helpful. If you sign up and you don't find value, let me know. I'll just give you back your money. As simple as that. As simple as that. That's how it works when it works. That's how actually it should work. And no other way it should work. That's the only way it should work. Okay. Listen, if you watch all these three videos and you are with me all the way till the end, drop me a comment. I want to hear from you. And you're watching this for the very first time, this video, then the other two videos are coming up right at the end of this video, and they're also, the links are there in the description for you. And if these things made sense, if this was helpful to you, you found something, I'm not saying the whole thing is valuable or helpful, but some of the concepts, ideas, whatever I shared with you, they're helpful, then do me a favor, drop me a comment here. And if you like this video, then by all means, that helps me to reach some more people. And if you subscribe, and by the way, you only subscribe if you found value. Please don't do it because I'm asking you to do, because you could subscribe to many channels and there are incredible content on YouTube and everywhere else. I'm not doing anything that is outstanding or brilliant. I'm the only guy on this earth. None of that is true. So I don't live in that frame. I don't live with that ego. No. Okay. So you should always go to a place where you find value. And your time is short, so is everybody's time. So you got to use your time the best. And I'm responsible for your time. So, and I take that very seriously. So if you do subscribe, then of course, then I'll be in front of you literally every day. Okay. So that's all for now. Wherever you are, you be safe, and I'll be talking to you as early as tomorrow. Take care. Bye now.